What up, guys? Today is the Carabao Day. How you guys, everyone, doing? So, are you ready for the match reaction of Manchester City Newcastle United semi-finals? How you guys doing, guys? How was school? How was your grade day? How are you guys doing? I appreciate it. So let me change some quick. Let me just flip the camera so you can't see it. There we go, guys. I changed my shirt. Today's match, City playing Newcastle United. So here is the so are you ready for the lineups? Let's find out. Here we go. Let's get it. Lineups. Here we go. Okay, so Manchester City playing Newcastle United in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Can City win 2-0? Means 4-0 or Newcastle will come. Let's see. So here's the starting lineup. We have James Trafford, Mateus Nunes, Abdulkadir Kursanov, Nathan Ake, Ryan Aït-Nouri, Tijani Reinders, Nico Gonzalez, Nico O'Reilly, Phil Foden, Antoine Semenyo, and Omar Mamouche is on the lineup. They scored a goal against Wolves last week. What a great goal from Omar Mamouche last week. So are you ready? So here's the Newcastle lineup. We have Aaron Ramsdale, Malik Thiaw, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Kieran Tripper, Jacob Ramsey, Sandro Tonali, Lewis Hall, Joe Willock, Anthony Gordon, and Nick Woltemade. So this is Newcastle's lineup. So let's begin up the match. City play Newcastle. We're gonna beat it. I think it's gonna be Arsenal versus Man City next month. It's gonna be a great game. So let's place it there. So let's look at the Twitter. Let's look at the Twitter. So into these, okay. Even the January signing of England. So, well, Antoine Semenyo scored again. Definitely. Okay, so Manchester. Okay. I want to see some players. Let's go for people watching. Let's get in. Let's look at the fans. Nope. Antoine Semenyo. The two mix of spins. Holy God. Look how much on a transfer on January transfer window. So look at the list. Look at the list. Gallagher joined Tottenham for £34.7 million. Wow. Lucas Paqueta have joined Flamengo, the Brazilian team, for £35.8 million. Strand Larsen have joined Crystal Palace for $48 million. And the most expensive in the January transfer window is Antoine Semenyo, who signed for Manchester City for £64 million. Oh my days. So here's the full list. Tammy Abraham have joined Aston Villa for £18.3 million. Mark Gahey joined Manchester City for $20 million. Ryan have joined Bournemouth for £24.7 million. Yo, what up, Julian? Lucas Paqueta joined Flamengo, his boyhood club, for £35.8 million. Jorgen Strand Larsen have joined Crystal Palace for £48 million. And last but not least, Antoine Semenyo joined Manchester City for £64 million flipping pounds. Wow, that is the most expensive player for joining Manchester City in the January transfer window. Wow, great. Absolutely crazy. Crazy how much that was to sign Antoine Semenyo. Wow. Are you yup, Bree? What are you talking? Are you? So. So, Fiverr. Do you play Call of Duty Mobile? No, I don't. I don't play it. I never heard of the game. So, I'm watching on YouTube because I need a win. 2 likes. That's perfect. Perfect. Ignore my brother's voice. Ignore my brother's voice. You live under a rock. What do you mean you never heard of it? I never heard of Call of Duty. I never played that game. I never play it. I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty. I'm not a big fan. Today is the Carabao. City playing against Wolves were 2-0. City playing against Wolves were 2-0 with Antoine Semenyo and Omar Babushko. Because City scored 3 goals. Or no. Yahoo! Let's be cast. Right, January. Bye bye, guys. Love you. On my stream, so bye bye. 698 Zenit, Zagal, Declan, Gulen. So let's just wait for the. See, I've just saved the Premier League. This man here is a.
How does he talk like that? wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was smaller. I wish I had a rabbit in the hat on the bat. There you are. I wish I was a little bit
Hey, Katrina, Katrina, Katrina. You always been here. Man. Look at the fruit cup. Hey. Look at the fruit cup. Right there. Do you have a good day? Yeah, yeah, I have a good day now. Thank you so much. Alrighty, guys. So. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me get these.
Newcastle's record here is terrible. They've lost their last on this ground.
Good. Can Man City are going to the final? I hope so. I hope so. City will go.
Dominated Newcastle home soil in the last few years.
Yeah, this is an extraordinary record. I think we keep mentioning every time they play at the Etihad. I mentioned at the top, 1 foot in the final. Was it a case of the feeling there that it's both hands, 1 foot in the final?
Yeah, I think probably City know they're just about there, don't they? It's the job is almost done. They got that win.
Rocking it.
At 1-0, you felt there was probably something in this, but to score that goal late on in stoppage time, that just about killed Newcastle off. 1-0, I think would have been tough for Newcastle to come here. I mean, they haven't even scored in their last 8 visits to this ground, but at 2-0, it's not just coming here to win, but to come here and win by 2 goals. I mean, the most Newcastle thing to happen tonight would be to come here and win 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, but win by 1 goal, which would be something of a Pyrrhic victory, which in the grand scheme of things would mean.
So, 15 minutes of the game. City play Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. Oh, the hope's gotta be win. It's gotta be win.
To leaving on Monday, following those reports.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I've spoken to Newcastle about this, and they say there was no contact made between Arsenal and Newcastle. As far as they're concerned, there's been no contact made to Sandro Tonali. But I always got so in answer to your question, no, I don't think there's ever any chance Newcastle would have let sanctioned the Sandro Tonali move away. But you always feel that phrase, "There's no smoke without fire," always kind of lingers in the back of your head. But you think, well, why have the nation have been making that kind of mischief? Why have those conversations happening? We know there are one or two big clubs monitoring Sandro Tonali. He is a Champions League caliber player right now. Newcastle, you would say, probably don't look like making it back into the Champions League next season. So you can understand why perhaps there might be clubs willing to test the water. The one thing I would say is if Sandro Tonali is to leave Newcastle this summer, I certainly don't expect a repeat of the Alexander Isak situation. He's been very respectful, and I think the amount of money you'd be talking about, I think you're probably talking about Florian Wirtz's money. You'd be talking about a figure around that 100 million mark to even start
So it's gotta be a little bit game.
I think that probably there will be conversations had in the summer, and I think from Newcastle's point of view, if anything is going to happen, they want it dealt with very quickly and efficiently. Very different to what we saw last summer.
Yeah. What about Newcastle and Champions League football? Are they struggling under the weight of playing European football this season?
Yeah, it's a really good point, Aaron. I think that you're totally right. I mean, it looks like this season Newcastle will play something.
Hey, Alexander Silva, if you're here, chat. You're the moderator, so
a smaller squad. I mean, you've got the clubs like Liverpool, like Manchester City, Arsenal, Chelsea. These clubs who have spent hugely over the last decade or so, and have got these really powerful squads. I'm not sure Newcastle can be put in that bracket yet. They brought in players. The squad is probably as big as it's been since Eddie Howe arrived. Now, we saw what happened at Anfield on Saturday night. Newcastle went to Paris against the reigning champions. They put in an excellent performance to pick up a draw in the French capital. Went to Anfield Saturday night. Were excellent for an hour, and after an hour, we just saw that the legs went, the fatigue started to catch up with them, and that game slipped away. And I think that's probably the biggest thing you can say. Is it's probably a reflection of those extra games, the extra rounds of playing Champions League. But the one thing Eddie Howe has said all along about this is they want to be in the Champions League, so they're not going to complain about it. That's what they were all season for, trying to qualify for. So if qualifying for the Champions League means they have to deal with that, then he's always said he would quite happily do so. But it's no coincidence that last season Newcastle had their most successful season ever in a season where they didn't have Champions League. They finished top 5 and they won the Carabao Cup. So it seems to be a team who play with far better when they've got a full week between games and they can play with that intensity, that energy. You wonder if seasons like this one there, it's literally game to game to game every 3 days, so they're not really getting time to train. And I think probably Newcastle more so than most sides, you're seeing the drop off because of that, in a way that, like Manchester City here tonight, the way they can control the game and slow it down, it doesn't seem to affect them quite so much.
Just keep an eye on that sprinkler around. You see it's going to come back round and going to get wet. What's the priority then for Newcastle United? It is. We'll come back round in a moment. What is the priority for Newcastle then with all these games?
I don't think anybody would come here from a Newcastle point of view and say tonight's not the priority. For City, I would say that to be fair, because you've got two sides.
Blah 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 blah.
Since the first leg, I think City have won 2 out of 5. Newcastle 1 out of 5. I think both managers can tell you that tonight is the priority. They want to get to. I think high his position is poised after that first leg. I think both know that really it's unlikely to change much tonight. I think Pep Guardiola knows that it's if they get the first goal tonight, it's just about over. Eddie Howe probably
Waters.
so I think that's probably partly why you're seeing Erling Haaland, Rodri rested for Sunday. Why Newcastle haven't looked to bring back Bruno Guimaraes, Lewis Miley, who are both nursing minor knocks. I mean, this is a competition Newcastle love. You know, the first leg of this semi-final was the first time Newcastle have trailed in a Carabao Cup tie since the 2023 final. So they put everything into it. But I think from Newcastle's point of view, getting back into Europe is probably the priority right now. I'd say Champions League, but I think right now, anyhow, would probably take a European position if you're going to. For Pep Guardiola, I think obviously a Carabao Cup final would be huge. But from City's point of view, you know that they're a club who expect to be challenging for the big prizes. The Champions League.
There we go.
Not letting that league leads in the Premier League.
Will it be 3-0? Will it be gonna be?
So Andy, thank you very much. Good time tonight. Enjoy
It's gonna be 5-0 aggregate. Man City 3, 5-0 aggregate.
Europe, of course. But when you look at the league, go back to Europe with us. So I think chance today. Even if it's a 2-0, even if
Didier
it was a
Domi.
big blow at 98
70.
what a best way to win Wembley. To win something. So that's why for me, in a Champions League, okay, that's Carabao, but you know, there's Bayern Munich and the night in Europe, Barcelona, Paris, and win the Champions League, put you forced. Even if it's 2-0 today, of course, to go to the final. So for me, it's not over. The rotation in City. Sometimes, you know, when you look at the some Newcastle, they're very pessimistic, but I'm optimistic for all that reason. Yeah, never give up. And all that reason, you know, what a best way, you know, when you have 2 games to win a competition, even if it's a 2-0, what you gonna give up? No, there's no giving up. So I think if there's, as Nick was saying, you know, a good intention, good dynamic, good optimism around the team, you know, they can do something definitely in Man City. Of course, you know, it's one in for City, but you got right with a good mentality, yeah.
The only thing what's difficult with them is the ownership came in, and at any other time they can spend the money and really kick on to the next. And they come to that next level. You know, what is you know, getting into the top 4, brilliant. They won a cup last year. What can they ever go after that? Can they ever get involved in? So I think it's all money for that, and it's a difficult one. And then you look at the outfit. When he wants to go to Marley, Bruno, this type of thing. Do they want that extra step? Do they want to play at a bigger level? So I just think it's a shame, really, and that's me as an ex-Sunderland guy. It's because they should be able to really kick on and make the club take that next level. I just think it's difficult for them because you've got the financial fair play and all that now, so now it's players coming in.
Because all that big clubs you are here today, they're here big as they are because they didn't have financial fair play at that time. So you got to get a balance for people who comes who should have the right just to grow and challenge the
You know
big
what,
one.
Didier? It's awful, really. It is. You know, you look at Villa getting into the Champions League, had to sell players. They're on the edge all the time there. And you look at other clubs below it. City have got in. They've managed to get this global brand through spending money and everything going from that. And people say, well, hang on a minute, you bought your way to it. They were lucky, Manchester City, with the owners that came in. That's where they're looking. Paris Saint-Germain with Qatar as well.
Yep.
But everything in the area, in Manchester, they kick off being successful.
I'm just waiting for the match.
It's
Come on, minute.
unbelievable the way it's been done. You just feel for Newcastle. Well, they've got it all to do tonight, that's for sure. Newcastle 2 down for the first half. Last one. Anthony, 1 foot in the final. As I said, it's not over yet. First half is next from the Etihad. Live on BT Sports.
Fabulous atmosphere. Look at that, the passion. Waiting for the roll. Wow, what a goal. Left tonight on the score. Oh, a sensational goal. Game to life. That is not easy. This is a masterclass. Sit back and soak it up.
Wolfsburg.
It's been a roller coaster ride so far.
The Wolves going from frustration to elation.
It's a good one as well.
But Dortmund
One of the best away teams.
are effective and fearless. The black and yellows are hard to beat.
Kani Chukwuemeka.
So what's it gonna be? Frustration or elation? Wolfsburg versus Dortmund.
Messias tries to finish it and no! What a
All right, it's almost 8. 7:55. And
Hey! That's another one!
5. We have I don't know what's happening. Here we go. Begins. City versus Newcastle. Semifinals. It looks like City are going to the final. Definitely. Oh, definitely. Come on, City. Just. Alright.
Newcastle United.
Alright. It's begun. They begin. The players are in the inside of the stadium and they're getting going to the pitch and walking the pitch for some great matches. Come on, City.
He knows that it's Man City team.
Excuse me.
There.
Excuse me.
The eyes of Kieran Trippier. Looks like he's trying to jump. Go on then.
Having said that, it'd be good to have Arsenal in the final. And City and Arsenal. I bet if we can beat Arsenal in the final, it could just put a little bit of pendulum negative. It could be the turning point.
There's a lot of if.
There's a lot of it.
You're dreaming.
Please win that game.
Can you read much in this? I was going to say they're not clapping, they're down by room full of focus. How do they approach tonight?
Oh, Manchester City. Manchester blue. Manchester is blue. Manchester is blue. Manchester is blue.
Score first, Newcastle. That would be the
Yeah, Manchester is blue. Come on. Alright, let's just come and see. Here you go.
energy, maybe City will be less solid, and then you have a game like that.
So it begins.
Believe it.
There we go. They're going to the pitch.
The energy, the dynamism, the emotion. Therefore,
Oh, it's definitely Wim City, bro. Come on. Let's get it.
Let me put it to you as both ex-pros. Andy was reading out all these statistics as well. I mean, it's not great for Newcastle at the end yet. Semi-final cut time. So if you think about the statistics, the fact that you've only won there once in 22 games, you haven't scored there in 7.5 years.
no, because the series is there to be stopped.
Oh, Tifos, Man City FC. Come on, it's gonna be. Come on.
Approach, in what
Anton Semenyo on the camera, Omar Mahmoud's on the camera, Tijani Reinders on the camera, Phil Foden, Ainori, I don't know the name. I think that's not Oscar Bob. Nathan Ake on the camera.
the final, you have to put all the efforts, whether it's City or not.
Any reason for Man City to be nervous tonight?
No, they're not nervous because they do the same thing. They're well oiled. This is what City
Yeah,
play,
what,
the way
wait.
they do.
Why is the comment said they're not nervous? They're not nervous. City are nervous. I'm not nervous. It's gonna be easy win. Come on.
Chances. I would look straight away. Oh, my God. You said that right.
Here's the starting lineup. And here we go.
About his height.
James Trevor, Mateus Nunes, Nico O'Reilly, Nico Gonzalez, Abdul Nathan Ake, Antoine Semenyo, Phil Foden, Omar Mahmoud, Chijani Reinders, Ryan Norrie. Names of substitutions: Holland, Chucky, Donnarumma, Neon, Reed, Rodrigo, Lewis, Alanye, Miguel Diaz.
Malouche comes in. Reinders. Nico Gonzalez.
No, Nyan,
So, as I was
Nipan, Rodrigo.
saying, biggest team, City. So
Okay, so look who's going in.
So set
Aye.
Is this the team? Best 11 changed this time?
No, it's not the best 11. We see Barnes, on the pitch, scoring more, but we've got a good bench as well. Tonight, sit there in the midfield. Obviously, Guimaraes will be missed. I think it will be 5 at the back, like in the back defense in Paris Champions League. So just to be solid at the beginning, maybe the first half.
Here we go.
Come to have some
C, Leon, Laval, Torres, Lens.
Laval?
Oh, it's gotta be easy. Come on, City. So come on, just kick off, just kick the ball, and let's get it.
Antoine really done against Lens flying high in Liga, just behind Paris Saint-Germain.
It's Listen, every time Didier comes in, you're always speaking French. It's not working. It's not just it's not falling off the tongue, is it? It's not, he's trying to.
No, it's progressive, which is good. Like, there is progress. You see progress. We don't look for perfection. We look for progression.
It's gonna be easy. Come on, bro. We are at the final.
Why you laughing? Because I know it's fake.
Well, it's a big night.
Excuse me again.
It's a big night this day.
Without a dream in my heart, without a
The Man City.
what's the rumor? He saw me standing alone. Without a dream, my heart, without a love, my heart. Go on, Saturday! Easy win. We're gonna defeat Newcastle again. Just like back in January. Easy win. Easy win. Easy win. Okay, so come on, just started the kickoff. Okay, the kickoff started. City playing Newcastle. Let's get in. 2-0, 4-0 aggregate. It's gonna be easy, but come on, City.
By at least 2 goals here. One of football's most impenetrable homes. As they look to overturn a first leg deficit. City have won 17 of the last 18 here against Newcastle. Both know that Arsenal are lying in wait at Wembley. End of next month for whoever
3-0,
goes through in
Newcastle
this
United W on penalties.
side in their traditional home colours.
So it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be 2-0, 4-0 aggregate.
Back to Trafford.
Trafford?
Gets it away in time there to O'Reilly.
No, let me get it. Closer.
To Reinders.
Okay, goes to Reinders. No, that's Mamouche. Mamouche blocked by a Newcastle player.
Manchester City can get the early goal here. It would surely be Kurtz for Newcastle.
City can't score an.
A great pass in midfield from O'Reilly. He was under pressure when the ball was played to him, but he turned away. And a really good ball into Reinders. Marmouche didn't make the most of the situation there. Kusanov.
Up to Guti Kusanov. To Semenyo.
Right back position. Newcastle always aggressive, always quick, always strong. It's the makeup of their side, and anyhow, they're certainly going to have to cover some grass here tonight. They have conceded the free kick here, which is taken by Nico Gonzalez. Interested to see the position that Semenyo's taken up. He started out on this right-hand side.
Okay.
Marmouche is very wide for a centre forward. On that left-hand side, almost playing
Goes
inside.
to Ainori. Oh. Alright.
Newcastle tonight. It was Arsenal late on in the January transfer window, but didn't transpire in the end. Confusion among the ranks in the northeast. Nunes. He will have much of the ball. No one would expect anything different to that. In confident mood here with Ake. Nuri. By Reinders. Granted, there is some youth on the City bench tonight as well, but that's a Donnarumma, Diaz,
Donnarumma.
Haaland. There can be too many benches in footballing history that can be said to be stronger than that. The direction they can take in the you can see O'Reilly playing in centre midfield and onside.
Okay.
Nico Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Can I make a good cross? No, it doesn't.
Supported of Marmouche. Set up for Man City. Newcastle on the moment. Penned in their own defensive third. Even Voltamano well back there.
Okay.
Spread towards Nunes. Eventually will bring it away. He was caught. Newcastle looked to have the ball and have the advantage. And a ball played forward as well into a promising position. But tonight's referee, Tony Harrington, was quick on the whistle. Gordon was a bit upset
Advantage played there. Gordon's going to play at centre forward with Voltemada. It's a front two. Play in midfield alongside Denali and Ramsey. It's worth saying, Voltemada not an out-and-out number 9, even though given his stature and frame, you might think he's suited to playing there. French number 10 in Germany last season. Man who likes to knit things together. Force back here, just go out on Semenyo. I think he came to everybody's attention in England. He played for the German under-21 side against England in the last championship, where he played really well. And won the tournament, but he was excellent for Germany. For Semenyo. He goes up there. Well, you can't see them, but the Newcastle fans making plenty of noise away to our right-hand side. They were 2-0 down. They were always going to come here and back their side.
Okay, goes to Nori.
The best supported team in the country, despite their geographical position. 2.5-hour journey on a Wednesday night, no problem for them. Going back to the formations. Hall looks as though he's going to be playing a little bit higher up the field for Newcastle. He's gone, made contact with Nunez on occasions. Third is going to take Semenyo. It isn't always a back five. Probably not quite as easy for Trippier on the other side either against the speedy Aït-Nouri. It's Ake. Bridge to go forward. Aït-Nouri into his City groove after his time away at AFCON with Algeria. It's his 6th game back now. Manchester City, last winners of this competition in 2021. They edged out Spurs in the final. It's been last season against Liverpool, their first ever in this competition.
Okay. Oh. Goes to Mamouche. Oh, gets it! 1-0, 3-0 aggregate, 1-0 to Manchester City. Of course, it's Omar Mamouche. Great goal by Omar Mamouche. 3-goal aggregate. 1-0 to Manchester City. It looks like we're going to the final. It looks like City are going to the freaking English Stadium Wembley for the Carabao Cup final. Great goal from Omar Mamouche. I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake from the Newcastle player. Unbelievable. Great goal. Goal from Manchester City. Omar Mamouche 1-0 and meets 3-0. Oh my days. Great goal. Wow. Unbelievable.
Back over the goalkeeper. He's a bit lucky, of course he is. It's all started by a brilliant bit of play.
It's all started by Bruno Gimenez.
See, it bounces into the ground.
It bounces to the ground.
Semenyo doesn't want to touch it because he might have been offside.
Made tonight.
What a start.
What a start for Manchester City. Great. What a start for Manchester City.
Against Newcastle United, the last time the sides met here.
Yeah, so last time Omar Mamouche scored 3 goals against Newcastle in February. Now it looks like it's gonna be been a year. It's been a year since Omar Mamouche has scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. 1-0, and now they're scoring against Newcastle again. And it looks like Omar Mamouche owns Newcastle. This is why, yeah. Great goal, great goal by Omar Mamouche.
Mentally, that'll be really damaging for them. Well, that's the worst possible start, isn't it? How would have been talking to the players, want to give an early goal away, want to stay in the game. 20 minutes to get it back. It's going to be almost an impossible job. Ciao, Voltemada. Voltemada on his...
Save. Oh my days. Great save by James Trafford.
The pressure was on.
Great.
Maybe too much pressure.
Great through ball by Newcastle player. Great save by James Trafford. How unbelievable save from Gimenez, from James Trafford.
Massive chance.
Let me look on YouTube.
They don't really look confident there.
Let me look on YouTube to see my reactions.
I honestly thought he was going to lift it over the goalkeeper as he came out.
Okay, guys. So okay, guys. So I'm gonna. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna make a video, right? I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna screenshot. I'm gonna make a video, right? Let me screenshot it real quick. Yeah. All right. No. Not yet. I wasn't. Hold on. Let me still. Let me still watch.
In the Champions League at the end of November. 14 of the other 16 matches they've played here across all competitions.
Unbelievable.
It looks like we won the final. It looks like they are.
We'll take this throw.
Right.
Altamada. Shield and spread. Spread well. Trippier. Gordon runner ahead of him. Just too high though.
Yeah, good. I'm not good. Good, ma'am. 1-0.
1-0, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Let's go. All right. Great start for Man City. Great start. Brilliant start.
Though, by a combination of Newcastle players. O'Reilly.
Oh, goes to Reinders. Is it gonna be Reinders? It's Reinders. Goes to Mamouche again. Goes to Ainori. Goes to Foden. Oh!
City.
Woo!
Adding a second.
Reinders.
A really good ball. He played it down the side of Ryder so he can turn.
Look at this.
Last year, he's
Oh,
onside.
great chance by Ainori. Great chance by Ainori.
Always just going away from the goal. Beat the goalkeeper with power. Defend on the ball. It actually gets a touch.
You know, I'm gonna screenshot. I'm gonna screenshot about the reactions of all my Mamouche goal. Oh
Come out of his
my
purple patch, scored 4 in 6 games, but hasn't scored his last 6 now.
Okay, so here we go. I was ready right now.
Newcastle have struggled to cope with. Some touch there by Ignoring to take it down out of the sky. Now he's lost it. Tonali. Ramsey recovers the ball here for Newcastle. Chow to Botman. Gordon.
I'm screenshotting this video.
Because it deflects Manchester City. City do so often start well. It's 11 goals they've now scored in the opening 10 minutes of game this season. Across top competitions they're playing in.
Okay, here we go. Turning right now. I posted it. I posted it.
Teams come here, don't they? Try and play that ball in behind City. We've seen it a couple of times with Newcastle already, but when you try, you've really got to get those passes right. Otherwise, all possession just goes back to the outside again. Probably going to be done in it.
Hold on, wait. Let me do this quickly, right? Let me post on the video, right? Because I really. Here we go. So let me post on Shorts. Limit open effects. Image overlay. Will it be? Okay, here we go. There it is. I'm here. Yo, Mason. Yo, Air Force One for you. Here we go. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Shit. The 15 seconds. So here we go. 3, 2. Oh my days! Great goal by. Shoot. Hold on, baby. Hold on, let me do it again, right? Yo, what up, Mason? Yo, what up? What a goal by Omar Mamouche! Scores again against Newcastle back in February 2025. They scored 3 goals against Newcastle in the February 2025, and now they scored again against Newcastle as well in the Carabao Cup. Oh my days! What a goal by Omar Mamouche! 1-0, 3-0 aggregate. It's gonna be Wimbledon City. It's gonna go to the Wembley against Arsenal. We're gonna beat Arsenal. I don't know, man. So great goal by Omar Mamouche. And now let's see. Can City score 2 goals to make 4-0? Let's find out. Come on, City! We're gonna win that thing. We're gonna win the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Okay. Let me just. Okay. Let me post on video real quickly before City gonna score again. Oh my. Just yeah. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, and now we're going back to the action. Now we're going back to the action. You know, let's try different channels. English League. Definitely win for Man City. Definitely win. Right.
Semenyo and Nunez.
Go. Oh. Hey, runny. Give it to anyone. Give it to Semenyo. Passing to Semenyo will be super good to score a goal.
Newcastle being really aggressive from the challenge you take. That's Botman who tries to pick the initial challenge at Ryan as well in Manchester City half. Fortunate deflection.
Let me rock because I'm not sitting. Because rocking was really good. Look, I'm not sitting in a rocking chair, but look, I'm not a grandma because I need a rock. I don't really need a. I don't need a rocking chair. Okay. Oh, Semenyo. Come here, oh. That's the Mamouche. With the ball. To Foden. To Semenyo. No, it's not Semenyo. It's Phil Foden. Oh my god. Great, oh god, great block. Right. To Mamouche. Oh! Should have been 2-0, man. Should have been 2-0. It should have been 2-0, man. Come on, Semi. I think it's Semenyo. So close to score again. Blocked. Oh my days. Mamouche. Oh no. Oh my god, Semenyo. Oh my bro. Bro, Semenyo almost got assisted. Not gonna lie. I will be back in a sec, okay? Okay. Okay, Air Force One VR.
Tonali this time now. Voltamada. Let's get it out to Kieran Trippier. And carries on his run. O'Reilly.
Oh.
Delivered for him.
Okay, I'm back. Yo, what up? Mamush. Nah. Oh, mamush.
This was the brother that they seen last night. Obviously, what the opposition when they got the ball and pressed them high. When you go up against quality teams, as Manchester City are and aren't away last night. It's not open, it's just constantly feels like Manchester City one of this Newcastle back four, 2v2, 3v3. Set the start of the game. I think that is the chance we have to take. Manchester City are playing through these.
Great cross, great corners. Oh no, and the keeper say got the ball. Flight to 100 destination. I think Semenyo. Semenyo! Oh. Miss. Absolutely big mistake for him. Newcastle player. Semenyo. Oh.
This season.
Oh, no. Oh my god, saved by James Trevor again. Saved by James Trevor again. Oh my word, Anthony Gordon. Great chance by Anthony Gordon. Saved by James Trevor again. Unbelievable. I think it's Nick Walton made or something. Unbelievable. Should have been 1-1 or something. A corner. Goes to corner.
Settle a goalkeeper who's done everything asked of him so far. Ake gets his head to it. Cleared away as far as Jacob Ramsey. Here's Hall.
Oh, great. Oh, shoot. Oh.
Situation you can find themselves in here and trying to see some kind of initiative in the match. That's what the game is. I think what changed. Manchester City scored a goal and they've got to press high and Newcastle winning in the opposition half and have a great chance of going to score themselves or Manchester City play through them. Get out and win 2v2, 3v3 on the back line. City and the
Oh.
better of it, so
Running.
chances.
Oh.
Themselves 2-0 victors in both semi-final last season against Arsenal. Both teams are going to play this year's final. Scenario for Edinburgh's team. This particular campaign, Paul forced back the line. Nunez.
Willock. Gordon.
Let me look at the YouTube real quick.
Manchester City.
What's the reaction?
Yeah, it's been confirmed that Jesus will be getting the league.
Okay.
Found himself in the middle of the park.
Oh,
Here's Semenyo.
goes to Semenyo. It's a goal for Omar Mamus, 2-0. Great goal. I'm just turning the microphone off. Okay, guys. So I'm eating it, right? So I'm gonna switch this camera on in a minute, right? Two goal. It's another goal from Manchester City. It's Tijani Reinders. Another goal from Tijani Reinders. It looks like Manchester City are going to the Wembley. Woo! Get in, City. I was going back. I was eating spaghetti. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the camera on. I'm gonna flip the camera in a minute. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm back. So, Alright, guys, I finally flipped the camera for so long because I was eating spaghetti. Yeah, because I was so hungry. But now 3-0 to Man City. It's regard to the Wembley, definitely.
On Nico Gonzalez. City can rest.
I don't like it. Oh my god, it's so uncomfortable. Stop it, that was expensive and you look, I don't, this dress is so
Unbelievable result. Unbelievable result and aggregate. Unbelievable result and aggregate. Unbelievable. How beautiful was that? Great result for Man City. Unbelievable result. It's gotta be a win for City. Man.
Yeah, no, it was huge. Because you know in this tournament we have the away goals rule. So
Okay.
O'Reilly.
Oh. Arsenal, we're gonna beat you in March. We're gonna beat you in March. Sorry, Arsenal fans, you're cooked.
TK. Front two. Have a look at his hat-trick record before we came into this game and didn't have one there previously while playing for Wolfsburg as well. 2019, chasing just the third of his career here tonight now. Pretty much damage limitation now for
39
Newcastle.
minutes.
Set up that they've got. Well, I was about to say to you 5 minutes before the break, Eddie Halby forming in his head what he's about to say to his side at the interval, but it's a pretty tough one, isn't it? Because do you go chasing and this really get embarrassing, or no, he can't do that. I think he'll be saying to the players, "Oh, that's the second half. We've got to try and win the second half," but without conceding a goal. Reinders,
Reinders.
on again. Kept it in play. Sorry. Ramsey. Urge to clear. And he does in some respects. I don't know the football you're playing. The competition is. You can't lose games by 5 or 6 goals. There's real pressure on the manager. Lose confidence. well in the second half, Newcastle. Say about winning the half. The last time they won a match here was in this competition back in 2014. Under Aaron and Moses Sissoko with the goal scored. It's that day. Era, St James's Park. Ignore it. Accelerating and moving at great pace. Marmoush. Gonzalez urged the shoot. He applied it.
Oh!
Straight down the throat of
Great,
Ramsdale.
great.
It's worth a shot. It is too straight. It's got to bend that from outside the far post. Starts too straight, goes straight into the midriff of Ramsdale. And things weren't bad enough here for Newcastle. They now have a problem with one of their star players because Anthony Gordon has gone down and stayed down. Hamstring, I think he did say hamstring. That's not good news for any player. It's a problem that he's had many times previously as well. Being knocked over for him, the only crumb of comfort for them is that they do have a couple of players can play in his position on the bench. It's just a tightening of the hamstring, not a tear or a pull. Barnes, a man who's had a good season, looks like he has got the nod. Very good first half against Liverpool, didn't he, at the weekend? Harvey Barnes. That left wing position, cutting inside, getting shots away. Dangerous player. His night, is it? Anyhow. Things to go in your favour when you come to a stadium like this, to face opposition like this. Gordon. To his feet by the physio. And further part here, of course, these next few months, massive for most Premier League players with the World Cup on the horizon. Part of things for England out in the Americas. Likely they're really setting back in that respect. Certainly fit throughout the year. Pep Guardiola checked that he's okay, which is nice to see. Harvey Barnes comes on. A bit of a longer warm-up during the half-time interval. It's a straight swap now because that's exactly where Gordon was playing on the left wing. Barnes is going to do that. Direct for Marmoush.
Oh, Marmoush.
Ramsdale's come. Have to retreat now. The flag up for offside.
6-9.
Good ball over the top. His time is run. Fairly tight. Great pace, Marmoush. He's not that slow either, is he? And then. Man you really appreciate to see in the flesh as well, Erling Haaland, just how he really prowls around the field. But a watching brief for him so far this evening.
44 minutes, gonna be half time, so that means I will end the stream and I'll see you in the second half. We will start.
Bird, Hall. Trying to stretch the pitch really wide here. These balls over the top and trying to Baltimore to catch up with. To get to the end of the first half, you think about players haven't we really mentioned. Two centre halves, Man City hardly mentioned. Okay, had that much to do, haven't they? So we move into added time.
4 minutes of added time.
Indicated by the fourth official. So Manchester City, do you envisage them changing things around at half-time with that Liverpool game to come at the weekend? He might make 1 or 2 substitutions. He just want these players to go and they have done in this first half, the first maybe 20 minutes of the second. Very good performance from Man City. Seen a couple of chances. Their attacking play's been really good, sharp, decisive. Strength of things in the January transfer window. They were the biggest spenders in the Premier League, the second year running. 64 million on Antoine Semenyo, 20 million on the soon-to-be out-of-contract Mark Gay. I was joking yesterday, saying he's a little bit sad and upset because in terms of net spend in the last 5 years, they're 7th in the Premier League. It was slightly tongue-in-cheek, although you never quite know with him, it's a bluff or double bluff. Not sure sarcasm suits him, really, does it? I think people have stopped trying to guess whether it is or not. It's a hard one to read at times. Dan Burn at the far post. Forward now. Trippier towards Voltemade.
Oh, saved!
Superbly saved again by Trafford. And in what has been a goal-filled half for Manchester City, they really do have their goalkeeper to thank for keeping a clean sheet. It's a really good header from Botman. Free header as well. He thinks he scored here, but it's just a bit too close to Trafford. Conversation with his under 21 international teammate Lewis Hall. This short corner. A hand there. Certainly blocked, I think, by the arm of Nunes. The question being asked of the referee. The arm was probably tucked in, even if they were raised slightly. That's what referee Tony Harrison saying. I think they were right in front of his chest. I don't think he's going to have it changed. He's made the right decision. Turned his head away, his arm is tucked in, I would say. And though Stuart, who watches many European leagues, that will get given in plenty of them, but there is a high bar for handballs here in England, but by raising it to that point, you do open yourself up to a little bit of a risk, and there is no penalty. Serie A being one of those leagues that would certainly give a penalty for that. In UEFA competitions as well, that would probably be given as a spot kick, but here in England it's a different story. Charles Botman, Burn, all huddling together. Trippier towards Burn. The height advantage on Trafford. So
3 minutes, and we'll end the stream, and I'll see you in the second half.
Some important saves.
Over first half, great,
Nudge
yeah,
by Burn there. Taking the cross.
unbelievable.
Interesting case, isn't it, with James Trafford, because he conceded a lot of goals in that Burnley team, as probably most goalkeepers would, but City obviously rate him. They sold him to Burnley with a buyback clause and activated it to bring him back here. Second fiddle to Donnarumma, but clearly a goalkeeper they believe in.
Wait, no, it's gonna wait.
Particularly old though, is he? Taking them a long way. Trafford. Goalkeeper that's got a lot of athleticism. Manchester City's
Here we go. That's the end of the first half, and that's the end of the first stream of the first half of the Carabao Cup. City 3, Newcastle 0. I'll see you in the second half.
13 minutes before the break.